Imagine being in school just going through the motions, you know, the usual, boring classes with not a spark of excitement, but then your teacher walks in with flyers for something called Scholastic Book Fair on it. Somehow, some way, they were able to make school fun for even just a short amount of time. Book fairs are still one of the fondest memories I have of school, and it's not even close. The first time I remember going to one was like first or second grade. The moment I walked into that library and saw those shelves holding nothing but books, it was exciting. It was wild. It pulled me in like a black hole. There were some absolute classics. The Captain Underpants catalog is legendary, although it's an insane premise the more you think about it. Not even just the Captain Underpants series, but the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series too. Now that series holds a special place in my heart. Through all of those boring classes, I can remember the hours I'd spend just reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. But even better than that, in my opinion, had to be Goosebumps. It's not even close. I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna debate it. Goosebumps reigns supreme. I have an entire collection of Goosebumps books sitting in my room as I'm recording this right now from when I was younger. It gets serious around here, trust and believe. But besides the books, going in, I never expected to find what I found. Do y'all remember those huge rainbow colored pens they'd have? Looking back at it now, it was just a pen, but for some reason I just had to have it. Something about that multicolored function just made it impossible to ignore. They also had the most random assortment of erasers I've ever seen. I had a B eraser one time. I think it was one of the ones that went on top of the pencil instead of just using your hand. Ginormous pencils and even those pointers the teachers would have. Oh yeah, they also had those invisible ink pens. Actually an insane invention, I can't even lie. I felt like I was a spy whenever I'd write with one of these. Out here writing codes to classmates. What a horrible influence, I can't even lie. Wow, no regrets. I find it interesting that book fairs are one of the most memorable things from school for me. All I can remember is going to ask my mom for like $15 to be able to go to the book fair. I wasn't always able to, but when I was able to go, it was one of the most special moments of my entire school experience. Everybody in the class talking about it like it's a major event that's going to change our lives. Funny enough though, it was that type of event. There was something magical about the way it brought students together. All the stress of the school day would melt away, and even if you weren't buying anything, you were still a part of the experience. Even after the fair was over, class was different. There was a different atmosphere in the air. Different groups of kids talking about it like they just left an amusement park. Book fairs feel like the type of thing that fail because they're inherently boring sounding. A fair where kids buy books? No way. I can genuinely count on my hands without using all of my fingers how many times I saw someone reading a book after elementary school. I lie to you not. So for a book fair to have been able to make students excited to read is beyond me. But you know what? It makes sense. For the same reason PE class has so many memorable moments, it was a different experience. Something memorable, something unfamiliar, yet it's such an important part of my school experience.